Hi, I'm Kelly from Kelly Jewellery. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make these dangly earrings. I've put a list of everything you'll need in the description below. There's Instagram and Facebook and my Etsy shop where I sell all my written tutorials, so check it out. To make these earrings you'll need 21 gauge square wire, so I'm using square wire today. You can use round wire if you like. You can use 20 gauge, which is 0.8mm, and I've cut two lengths at 11 inches, which is 28 centimetres. We've got two lengths at 2 centimetres and two lengths at 2.5 centimetres. I've got 21 gauge half round wire, and that's 8 inches, which is 20 centimetres. You can use weaving wire if you like, so you'll just need a short length of about 12 inches. I've got two beads. Now my beads today, I'm using these quite large lampwork beads. They've got a large hole in the middle. It's got like a 2mm hole. So if you can find beads with a wide hole, that would be ideal. So I've got two of those, which are 15 and I've got two, I think they're 4 or 5mm beads and two 3mm beads. You can adjust the size, you can have any, really you can have any size bead you like. Oh, and I've got two little jump rings which are 8mm outside measurements. And the shorter length wires, you can really use any length you like. So it's all very versatile, this one today. So I've got my pliers, round nose pliers, wire cutters, and today I'm going to be using the bail pliers too. If you don't have bail pliers, don't worry. You can always just bend the bail over your fingers. So take one of your longer lengths of wire and find the centre point. And we're going to grip that with your round nose pliers. You want quite a large loop on it. Also, I kind of go for in the middle, I think. And then we're going to bend around both sides of the pliers there. So we got a loop, and then we're just going to straighten the wires so that they meet, hopefully. So I've just levelled that up a bit, and both these wires are then going to go through the hole of the bead. So with earrings it's always best to do the two at the same time so you can remember exactly what you've done. So find the centre point of the other wire and grip it where you did. So mine was pretty central, and do exactly the same again, so you've got the same thing. And I forgot to mention the ear wires as usual. We're also going to need 2 pieces of the half round wire, so I'll add that at the beginning of the video. Take one of your half round wires and we're going to just wrap around these two. So make sure your flat side is against the wires. So I've almost used all of my wire. Do the same for the other one too, so you know you've got them the same length. And then we'll cut all these wires off. So cut those off and then flatten the ends down flat with your pliers. That's what we have so far. So pull the wraps right the way down so it's all nice and tight. And then take your bail pliers. I'm going to bend it forward a little bit at the bottom. You can use your fingers if you want to, or you can bend it over with bail pliers. So I'm going to be using sort of that larger middle size, I think. Just going to wrap it right the way over, and then as it comes to the bottom there, open up the wires, and then as the bail meets, I'm going to bring those wires around to the front. My wraps have slipped a bit there. Pull that forward just a little bit. So we'll do the exact same thing with the other one too. So now I'm going to take this right wire and I'm going to grip the end with my pliers. You can use any pliers you like. And I'm going to just twist the earring. I'm going to pull that wire in a bit so it doesn't get in the way. You put a little bit of tension on. I've had a few people asking me about twisting the wires. If you pull away from the pliers just a little bit and then just carefully twist, and I do it quite slowly, you get these nice even twists, and I keep going. When I think it's done, just a few more turns, so it's really nice and twisted and even. And we'll do that with the other one as well, but what we'll do, because we're going to do opposites, if I've done the right wire with it facing me on this one, I'll do the left wire with it facing me on this one. So I'll twist this wire. So looking at the front, I'm going to pull this wire over here out the way for a bit. We're going to look at the twisty wire first. Make sure your bail is nice and straight with the loop at the bottom there. And then we're going to take the twisted wire, we're going to bring it forward, directly forward. And then we're going to do a little loop. So bring it over to the other side and then carefully bring it around. I like to shape the wire with my thumb, so I'm kind of telling the wire how to be. And I'm going to bring it around. And just correct it a little bit. And I want that to come above the other wire. So I've got a little loop going across the bail, making sure it's still straight. And so we can keep them looking the same. We'll now move to the other one and we'll do the same thing with that one. So we'll pull this plain wire out of the way, the one that isn't twisted, and we'll take the twisted wire. I'm going to try and keep those two as straight as possible. We'll take the twisted wire and we'll pull it over to the other side. Then we're going to bring him around into a loop. I always like to do the loops really slowly so you can see where they're going as you bend them. Bring it around. It goes above that wire. Like that. Loop looks a little bit smaller than the other one. I think I've gone back to the first one. I've kind of lost track a little bit. So I've gone to the one where my twisty wire is now coming out to the left. So we take this straight wire, bring it over to the other side. And then we're going to bring it around into like another loop shape. I'm going to take the wire underneath that twisty wire. So now we got like 2 little loops on there, and then pressing on the front, we take both wires over and to the back. So you've got this cute little shape on the front there, and we want it all to be nice and level. Push it back a little bit. And then I'm just holding the front in place, bring that around the back, and I'm going to finish it off there and just squeeze the wires in. That should hold nicely. Again, holding the front so we don't misshape those lovely keels. Squeeze those in. Sorry, thought I was showing you. So I've just cut them short there and squeeze them around the bottom there. So we need to do that to the other one. Go in the other way. So we now take this, keep calling it a plain wire, the untwisted wire. I'm holding it upside down just because it's easier to bend it around. So we're going to put a loop in this one. And I'm going to scoop it around with my thumb. I'll try and match the size of the other one because I did it quite large. Is that about the size? Is that too big? And then I'm going to push the wire down to go under that twisty wire there. Go on. Like that. Pulling forward a little bit. So we've got those 2 loops. And then holding the front in place. I'm going to bend them around the side. That's actually quite hard to hold those in place. They want to move. And then I'm going to cut those. And bend them around. Again, you've got to keep holding those front loops because they're going to misshape, and then we just squeeze those around. So that's the first part done. So now we need to make some little bead dangles for the bottom. So if you take one of your longer wires and your round nose, we're going to put a curl right on the tip. So pinch the end of the wire with the very end of your pliers, and we're going to put a little tiny curl on the tip. So twist it around until it meets, and then straighten it up a bit. You've got this little tiny end just to stop the bead falling off. So on the longer of the short wires, we put our larger bead. Then we're going to put a curl around the top. So now a loop, you want to go sort of central on your pliers. Turn it around until it meets. And then we're going to straighten that up a bit. So we've got like a long dangle bead. We do that again with the other longer one, and then we do the same, just exactly the same for the smaller ones as well, but using the slightly shorter wires and the smaller beads. Just adds a nice contrast when they hang together. I'll show you in a moment. So do the same with the little ones as well. I've done those, so we'll hang those off the bottom of the earrings. That's what we have so far. The little dangles on there. So next, take your jump rings, and we need to add a jump ring to each of the bails. So pop those through the top. And we're nearly done. So I've made quite large ear wires for these. So I'll run and oxidise them, and then I'll pop the ear wires on so I can show you what they look like. So there they are, finished. How cute are they? So there we have it, finished. I've oxidised mine. If you want to oxidise yours, I did a video on oxidising and aftercare. That's Gracie making all the noise. Bye for now, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye! So thanks for watching another one of my videos. Please subscribe and hit the notification icon if you want to be notified of new videos that I do. Please like and comment on this video and let me know what you thought. If you want to see my written tutorials, they're over on Etsy. You'll find the link below. There might even be a link on the screen. And I will see you all in the next video. This is Gracie, if you didn't know. See you in the next one. Bye!